Yeah, that's what he said. Hello, hello, and welcome to the Ba.Bl Reel, the Reel of Ballroom Blitz. I am Xochitl, LPZ. Went through previously, I had to tell my coach, Tanya Kosevich, that I was deciding to enter into a salsa competition under the limitas category. And we were trying to decide if this is like something that should be legal, if it is fair for me to enter in that category where there would be people who were little, people who were in wheelchairs, perhaps people with one leg, I don't know. But I think I had already decided that I was gonna go under the limitas category, and we were still kind of on the fence about it, but still it was kind of nerve-wracking going into practice how good it was getting. But I want to show you a little bit of how some of this salsa stuff is stuff you'll see in a lot of the club environment videos. Like, I don't go to the club every night, so some of it is new for me and some of it is not, because I used to go clubbing, but I just haven't been in a long time.
Go.
Wesley and I go over salsa very regularly, all the time, every chance we can get. And at that time, I was still in the studio a couple days a week. And as you can tell, I was having some difficulty picking up on one solid move going through his arm and keeping my head where it needed to be. But that took a while. At the time, I was practicing and studying to graduate levels in rhythm and smooth. My test happened to be just before the competition. It's always frustrating to have to take a lesson in body positioning. It feels like a waste of time, and it seems so unnecessary. Although it seems really unnatural to have to pose while you're dancing, it's not supposed to look that way. But it is really important to understand where your body is supposed to be, what that feels like, and what that looks like. It's really helpful to be photogenic, but if you're not, as they say, every movement should be treated like a photo op.
Memorize it. That's the thing, you know? Like we connected, don't squeeze. And we also connected, right? Now here, we're like over connected. And then here, we are over connected. And then here, oh my God, someone's gonna lose a finger, right? So when we're doing like this one, it's not like it's a stronger connection. It's that I have this connection plus this. So it's two connections together. Because because I have this kind of because I'm right here as well, in here, right? On this one, I'm just in your hand, and I need the flexibility of your hand to make sure it flows to your back. 2, 3. Go. Which music did you like better? Oh! That is low.
We also started training for something called the pot turn, which you'll see in a lot of salsa competitions where the girl is swirling around in the midst of gravity, so it seems. In the end, that was like probably a month that we worked on that, and it was January. The competition was coming up in February, and what happened for that competition is that it was so quick and so fast. We were just going to do the one routine and that's it. We got the routine down, and then 2 weeks prior to the competition, I thought I entered it, but something happened with the computer. They didn't get my information from the doctor on time. What happens in that particular competition, they lock you out. After deadline, they lock you out. You can no longer get in. I got there like maybe a couple hours late. Everybody was mad at me. Everybody was pissed. I was disappointed, and Wesley was like, why do you keep doing this? Because he stayed in town and missed and decided not to go to a Hawaii competition with some of his other students so that he could do this competition with me. It was going to be virtual, so we would have recorded it in the studio, but it was going to be live as well, so live in the studio. And so he decided, oh, this is exciting, there's thousands of people to get some word out for our studio, blah, blah, blah. And I missed registration. So I have had a hard time dealing with the studio owners ever since about outside competitions. But Wesley did not hold it against me. Okay? We decided to keep the routine, keep performing it at parties and events, and that there was going to be a new Arthur Murray competition coming up that I could enter more than just the one dance and use that piece of choreography for a solo. It's really unfortunate, but you know, that's the way it goes. So here's our final at the end of January, early February, what we had by the time of that competition.
These are good. You do some grip on the bottom?
Thank you. You can change it now.
It really sucks, but it was just virtual, so we've been looking at entering salsa competitions ever since they stopped the lockdown and that people could go back live to live events and perform on stage. So you'll see a little bit more of that in the future if you subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. In the next episode, you will see us perfecting this salsa routine, going through 2 new routines for a different competition. Unfortunately, this one didn't happen, but there's so many more. Thank you for watching my first episode of 2021, the Ba.Bl Reel, the Reel of Ballroom Blitz. I will see you next time.
Can I get like a